Well, I was born and raised here, and I earned a living here. I raised my family here, but the people really make it special. People are just so, from Widewater or White Oak, wherever you're from, they are just very special people. When I was a boy, the county really hadn't recovered from the Civil War. And when you think about it, it was only 80 years, less than 80 years after the Civil War that I was born here. And so, and you had the South Stafford housed the Union Army for 3.5 years. So it was a very poor county. In fact, people say that people in Stafford didn't notice the Depression. Hell, we were too poor to notice the Depression. So that's, and now it's really a wealthy county when you think about it. So those are some of the changes, but mostly the people. And when I was a boy, it was one family taking care of another, and it didn't make any difference who you were. You had a cow, you had hogs, you had a huge garden, and my father was a lawyer, but we still had a cow. I milked morning and night. And a garden that seemed to be about half of Stafford County. You know, when you're hoeing a row of corn, by God, it's the end of the row is a good ways out. I think Belmont is a hidden gem. Now, it may not be as hidden, but there are very few people in Stafford that have taken advantage of going there. I happen to love American Impressionist art, and one of the first paintings I ever bought was Melcher's. And so I'm naturally prone to think that's a hidden gem. But you know, you have a lot of waterways, a lot of activities on the water. So there's a lot to be said for Stafford. Also, you're so close to everything. You can go to Washington, to the various museums there. Richmond, you can go to the mountains. You can go to Virginia Beach or the Outer Banks. It's beautifully located too. Huffy Gallahan put together the first Little League team, and it was made up primarily of Falmouth boys. Now, I was born on Chinkapin Ridge, and now I live across Route 1 in the Terrapin Thicket area of Stafford. Now, I don't know whether you've ever heard of those names, but those are names of areas of Stafford that are really being lost. And so I was on the outskirts of Falmouth, but still I was a part of the team. Ralph Williams, who was sheriff for a decade, was part of the team. And we played all through the Northern Neck, and it was a great experience for me. Completely different. Then we did a lot of work as kids, and I worked my boys, but my boys worked a heck of a lot more than most kids. It's stunning to see kids that forever playing with their telephones or this, that, and the other. We didn't have any of that. My father was the last person in Stafford to get a television, and I can understand why, because when you look at television, there's nothing but trash there for the most part. When I was raising my boys, I used to jerk the antenna cord. I had an antenna on the house. I wasn't high tech either. So I'd pull it out of the wall, and they couldn't watch television till somebody fixed it, which would go on for about 6 months. I'm now at this stage of life, I'm being teased by them about how I raised them. But, you know, kids, it's that sort of thing teaches a great work ethic, and teaches humility too. Milking cows and cleaning up after them, it teaches humility, which is a great thing to learn. And I just wonder if kids these days are being raised in the same way. Plus, the outside influences are so different with the drug culture. And the internet, of course, and of course that's a positive and negative sort of thing. But the biggest change in crime over my 40 years was the internet, and of course the drug trafficking. Well, having come from 85-degree weather in Barbados, I would have to say that other than Stafford County, that is paradise, but Stafford County is really paradise. It has been a great place to raise a family. I raised my 3 boys here, and it's a great place to raise a family and to live. And I thank God every day that I was raised here.